Hello there guys, welcome back to another one of Dees World videos. So today we are going to be sketching Mad Max from Stranger Things. So if any of you don't know what Stranger Things is, it is a series in Netflix and it's mostly about different dimensions and people with psychic powers, like 11, the girl with psychic powers, and lots of lab stuff as well, and this evil Dr. Byers, I think. I don't know, kind of forgot his name. So if you don't know who Mad Max is either, she is a girl. She is also a redhead, and she's a bit rowdy, and she also knows how to do skateboard. She used to have an extremely abusive older brother, so yeah, her life was a little miserable until she joined the party. And when I say the party, I mean like the group of Will, Mark, I think Mark, something like that. I'm not sure. It's been a while since I first watched it. So let's get started. So I'm gonna start from her head, and because in the image, the video, okay, how do we say this? Yeah, the drawing is a little small, but I can make it bigger since my page is obviously bigger. So yeah, and then a lot of wavy hairs and these kind of hairs have to be extremely thin as well. Okay, I noticed I'm gonna need to do like this. Okay, so now I'm just I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna keep drawing. This is a very simple drawing. It just has a lot of black spots, so that is also why I have this pen of mine here, and it is my famous food pen. Yeah, I kind of like this pen a lot because not only does it actually fit in my hand, but it also kind of works pretty well, and it's also pretty good for drawing as well. In my previous videos, you've seen, right, how I kind of let's say outline the characters I draw most of the time, that is. And for the last 2 or 3 videos I haven't been doing that, so I'll be doing that in this one. And I noticed her head, like her hair, is kind of spreading a little too much, so I am gonna fix that and just make it like this. You know, like just to show that figurative that she's running towards the portal that leads back to her real body. So I'm drawing one of the images from season 5, which is the last season right now, and it's also a very violent series, so yeah, I don't recommend it for those who have a little problems with watching violence. Yeah. So now we can start off with her real body. So I'm gonna add the wrinkles in her coat. Okay, yeah, this is not working. That looks like an arrow. Oh my god. Okay, let's start that again. And I also realized her shoulder is kind of poking out from here. So just gonna kind of fix that one. And yeah, just try to. So now I'm just going to kind of do that, and then I'm kind of gonna do that, and then after that I'm gonna do this. I think something like this, because the coat is kind of flying in the air as he runs. So I'm not gonna make it look like it's flailing backwards, like a kind of long cape type of jacket. So I'm just gonna short the thing a little. Yeah, this is gonna be its total limit, and then I'm just gonna draw that, then like this, and then I think we can say like this as well. Yeah. So now we can draw the part where we get back to her body. And now we can draw her other arm, which kind of has a lot of little wrinkles and crinkles here and there. Okay, so we got it. Okay, and now we kind of do this. And now we think we do something like this. No, wait, something like this. And then we kind of show her fist balled up. So yeah, that's how it's gonna be. And now we're gonna draw her legs. So as you can see, we've already got to her legs. So as I told you, it was a pretty easy one. So yeah. Now I'm just gonna keep making her gonna be like this. So other than Stranger Things, I like many other movies. I'm more of a movie fan than a book fan, but I am also more of a video game fan than a movie fan. So yeah, but I still do read a lot of books, like a lot. And I'm also a pretty fast reader, so we have to kind of return the books in minimum a week if what do we say? If like I finished them all and I've had time to read them, so I kind of finished them all. But if I didn't get time to read them, then it's probably more than 2 weeks. So today I just kind of returned the books that I finished and the ones I don't like at all. Because sometimes the library has a lot of surprises for me, and some of them I don't like very much. Because they're not really that interesting sometimes. So yeah, it gets a little hard for me to find the books. So yeah. Now we are on her shoe right now, and we can make the shoelace. Yeah, so like this. Okay, so like this. And now we are going to do this. I think something like this, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, so it's kind of like the back of her foot as she runs. Okay, wait, no, that looks wrong. Okay, I'm sorry that the table is shaking. It's just that the table is a little hard to control because it can bend back and forth, as you can see. Even when you're not actually moving it, it's a little insecure, so it shakes a lot. And it also has wheels under it, so that's kind of what's causing it to move a little. Okay, now we're just gonna make a little lump there to show that it was a fold. And I think we're just supposed to make back pockets here. Yeah, something like this. And then using the pen, I will make the shadowings and everything else, because I don't think using the pencil will be really the best way to plan it. Okay, so it's a little more like this, I think, and like this. So now I've kind of regained my memory about who is there in the party and who is not. So in the party we've got Mike, William, Lucas. Okay, so you can't exactly say William, but that's like his full name. Usually they could just call him Will. And he even calls himself Will the Wise because they played Dungeons and Dragons. So yeah, it's a little bit of a game I'm interested in. I've never heard of it before, is what I think. So I'm kind of interested in playing it, but we don't know where to get it, so yeah, I can't play. Okay, so something like this so far. So it kind of looks like she's running, but I think I kind of need to lift her foot up a little. And I need to fix how the pant looks, because it looks like her left leg is fatter than her right leg. So yeah, just gonna fix that. So something like this, and then like something like this. Yeah. Okay, so I think it's like this. Yeah, so something like this maybe. Okay, so like this. Okay, so yeah, something like this is what it should have been looking like. But now it looks like a foot is broken, so kind of need to practice a lot on this one. And I think just going to make this like this. Yeah, so that way I kind of have a figuring of what exactly well, like, okay, how do I say this? So I'm just gonna say like this. So I'm just trying to figure out which angle and which way I should use to make the shoes bottom. So yeah. Okay, I think I finally got it. Like maybe not, I'm not sure. But I think I actually did finally get it, and then I just gonna do this and make the curves and all. Okay, and then something like this. Yeah, so I think this is how it looks so far. And then now all I need to do is make like this portal and a writing underneath her or above her if I want. So I'm just gonna move this so I can make the portal. And I'm just kind of trying to think of the size I'd probably use. So I probably kind of do it like this, like extremely large. So let's try that. So something like this probably. Okay, yeah, so like this. Yeah, this is good, big enough. And so now I think I just kind of make these extremely thick curvy lines, and I do the same with the black pen. So I just keep doing it, something like this. Yeah, so it's like something like this, I think. Okay, so I think it's kind of like something like this, and then I think again we do something like this to make it. So as I'm seeing the image, I'm not really sure how to make the part of the portal, because that part in reality it's vines and all, but it does look at more like clouds as well. So it's a little hard mixing everything together, and yeah. So I'm gonna need to just try and figure it out for a while. But until then, I just kind of scribble. I'm just gonna scribble all over it. Except not super curly scribbles, like just like this. Straight scribbles. So I know it looks like I'm just kind of scribbling all over it and making it look bad. But that's kind of how the image looks, honestly. So yeah, best I do it like this if I want to get the accuracy. Okay, now I can move on to the next part of our extremely accurate scribbling. There. kind of do this. And I also just realized I didn't connect these parts because they look like separate parts now. Now we'll kind of figure it out. So it's really hard for me to figure out how to do it without starting scribbling in it. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep doing like this. Okay, guess now the whole thing is connected. Okay, that was hard. Now there's kind of like music signals coming out, so just gonna do that. And I think it's like this, and then something like this, and then I think it's like the flag thing over here, and then there's even more kind of like that signs. And don't really have space around here, so I'm just gonna do it inside the thing. So it kind of went something like that at the start, and then it has a lot more words, and honestly I kind of like the song. So yeah, even if it was a 90s verse, I think maybe I can find it. So yeah, I just need to figure out the name, the thing, like maybe I should replay the thing. So like you know how in certain movies they just have this thing where they kind of they put a bracket and then they kind of just tap in whatever the name of the song is, and then they kind of leave it like that so that you can know what type of song it is if you want to play it. So yeah, I just need to kind of replay that part and know. Okay, so that is how you do the first part. Now it gets a lot harder. Okay, now it gets a lot harder, as I said. But first we do an easy part. We color. So it's gonna take me a while to get the colors out. Just maybe. So yeah, I'm gonna need to have a little time. Even though I found the color for the coat, just need to find a hair color, and I want something like dark orange. So something like that, something that says that. And as you know, I have cardboard at the back so I can test the colors. A little too light, maybe I can add a little brown to it. But in the color, it looks very bright. But because most of the black is kind of taking over, it's a little hard. So it's still a little difficult for me to find the colors. So it's just gonna take me a little while. Wait, I think I found maybe where the color we need might be. Yep, found it. Now we can kind of get back, but I feel like I might need one more shade of gray, or black. So I'm just gonna take this really dark color here. Yeah, I think it's black. I'm not sure, because in this like pot full of color pencils, it's a little hard to decide what is what. So I'm just gonna start coloring now and finish it. Now, as you know, we still need to color the bottom as well. Okay, so I'm done doing the shoes. Now, oh, sorry. That was me when I tapped the pencil back into the pot. It just kind of got stuck, so I tapped it in. Like, it just kind of slammed it down. Except I didn't slam it too hard. So now I think I'm supposed to put maximum pressure and get that color out. So I think it's something like this. As you know, the table's shaking. Oh, okay. Now I am going to continue this. Okay. So I think it's something like this. Okay. Okay, so I'm done with the jacket. Again, this slight slam. Now we just have to move on to the pants and color it entirely, so that after that we can then come and we can like add the color that is supposed to be making the shadowing, which is the pen. So we're just gonna color the whole thing, and then we just make the shadowing, and then yeah, that's it, I think. And I also just realized I might need to do a little more scribbling and curving around, because that's a little more what the thing looks like. So yeah. Okay, so I'm done with that one. Now I am going to color her hair, of course. Her hair color is kind of splattered everywhere, so I'm gonna use that technique and just not care about where it goes, but still kind of care about where it goes. So something like this, probably. Yeah, so I've got some small splatters here and some right here. So now we can keep going, and I think now we can finally move on to the pen. And I'm gonna start off with Mad Max first. That was her nickname when they first met her, because she was a little aggressive at that time, but that was old habits. Now she's much softer, and Lucas is also her boyfriend now. So she's no longer just in the party, but she's also kind of a girlfriend of the person in the party. Yeah. So that's how it is. And now we can keep it like this. So I think it's like this. Okay. Okay. Okay, so it's kind of like this. Okay, I think it's like this. Okay, so something like this. Okay, so I think it's like this then. Yeah, something like this. And as you know, I still need to kind of add the part where we add the darkening. Okay, so then to that I kind of just move it like this so it's easier for me. Okay, and now I am going to kind of just scribble all over here, because mostly this video, like not this video but this image, mostly kind of full of scribbles and kind of a little hard to navigate. As you know, I call figuring it out navigating. So just gonna do a little more darkening. Yeah, now we can move on. We can just darken these parts mostly, and then thinks we can just do this one. And we also need to darken the parts where her hair are, so I'm gonna outline the bottom parts of her hair so I can just do the darkening of her hair and then move on with her actual entire hair. So yeah, that's how it's gonna go for now. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna do the entire hair, because then that work is done. Because this hair, again, it's kind of hard to navigate, especially since I colored over it. So here I'm just going to do that. Okay, so I think it's like this. Okay, so now we're done with our hair. So we're done with that situation. Now, as you know, just gonna do a little shadowing. Okay, so it's like this. Okay. Okay, so this is how it's gonna be. Okay, so now I can do the outside parts now. Okay, I'm just coloring in the music thingies. Like, it's kind of what you use on a piano. This is what you get to use when you're on a piano and all. Oh my god, my hand is hurting. Okay, so once again, let's continue with the scribbling part. Okay, I feel like it'll look a bit bad when I do the scribbling with the pen. But I'm also gonna need to add a few curves here and there, like just for that vine plus cloud effect. So just kind of do this. And most of the curves are kind of on the circle, so just gonna do that part. But for now, as you know, so we're just gonna do this. Okay, so it's something like this. Okay, so then it's like this, and then this. Okay, so it's like this. Okay, so yeah, something like this. Okay, yeah, so something like this. Okay, and once again, I need to make the curvy parts, so just gonna do that. So if you can't see it, well, if you can see it, this is how it looks so far. It took me a little while to get the hang of the pen thing, and also kind of took me a while to get the drawing done, but that's okay. Now we've done it, And once these curved parts are done, we're kind of complete. Yeah. Then we're just gonna do our final goodbyes and leave. So there's also, as you know, some curvy parts here. So it's something like this. And also just remember that I still need to add the shadowing. Yeah, so it's kind of like this. Yeah, just a little extra shadowing here and there to get that effect that it's kind of like that. Okay. So this is how our thing looks, our drawing looks so far. But remember I told you we still need to do, what do we say, writing? Yeah, so I'm gonna do that now. I'm just gonna do it in my own handwriting because it's a little hard to do it in their handwriting. So, and then okay, yeah. So this is how it looks. Okay, so I'm just gonna make that little dot there clearer. And this is how it looks. So this is the final part. So yeah, so this is just how the whole portal looks. And here it's written, "You're the song I'd always find my way back to." And you kind of understand the sentence if you watched Stranger Things. So I recommend you watch it unless you're a person who doesn't like violence and like has a few problems with watching violence. So yeah, I recommend it for whoever's okay with it and all. But there are a little swearing in Stranger Things, so yeah, it still is a problem to watch. But since I'm a little older than usual, like not older than usual, my birthday is near and I'm gonna turn 10 soon, and maybe I can watch other things as well. You know, like things for 10 years old and not 9-year-olds. So soon I'm going to get to watch more videos and movies and everything. But for now, let's just say this is what our vibe is for today. So thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye.